Well, we're waiting for the delivery of the Midi X. I think I'm going to call it a Midi X because it's not quite a Mini X. It's about 8 tons, so mid-size, right? So can we call it a Midi X? Should be coming down this road here, but this is not a good road for him to offload on. Park this. Yeah, not good with this curve up here. Just not very safe. I think maybe we pull up in here. Okay, here he comes.
So you're probably wondering how much I paid for this. I'm going to leave that till the end of this video.
How much? Here we go.
Wow, look at this. I hope this comes through the camera, these big flakes of snow. Not the ideal working conditions, but in any case, welcome to the channel. My name is John. If you haven't been here before, I work on stuff outdoors. Today, we're going to be working on an excavator. It's a Hitachi EX75UR. I believe that's right, EX75UR. It's about a 53 horsepower. I believe it's about 7.5 tons, maybe about 15,000 pounds. A couple things we got going on with it. It's not starting. I think I know what the problem is there. Maybe a weak battery, hopefully, and could be an alternator gone bad. And the major thing though is, what is it called? The turning gear, center motor, ring motor, whatever it's called. It's loose, you know, of all things. It's like bolts are coming out of it, and when I move it right to left, you can see the whole gear is, the whole motor is just shifting back and forth. Whoever had this machine before me did not take good care of it, so it's going to need a little bit of TLC. Swing motor, that's it. Let's jump start this. It's 24 volt. I think the alternator's gone bad. this bolt out of one of those holes down there. You can already see holes at the top of the ring gear are missing. But watch when I move this left or right. Oh yeah. That's a problem. Completely loose down there. Okay, well, I parked it back here on the hill, trying to get it under this branch so I could pull this swing motor out of here. This swing motor is almost unusable. I mean, it is rattling around. There's so much slop. I think the gears are probably grinding on each other in there. I was hoping I could winch it up, maybe hook something up here and just pull it straight out. Obviously this is in the way. I couldn't get completely underneath this here, so this might not be a good solution. Yeah, maybe today's not the day to work on it anyway. It's just such a pain to get to. I mean, I can't stand in there. I mean, it's 3 feet down. Can't even reach down there to clean out that garbage down there. All right, well, I am not going to take the swing motor out today, but I want to show. Okay, well, I just drove about 300 miles. Excuse me. And oh man, is it muddy? Look at that mud. Jeez. We were ready to load this thing up. That's what we're going to do today. So first of all, we need to put the alternator in. I took this out last time. I got a new alternator. Shouldn't take too long to put that in. And then I think we can pull this out of here and load it up. I'm looking at a little bit of oil leak in there. Okay. Yeah, is that oil or water? It's definitely oil. Let's hope it fits. There it is. All right, let's hope this works. All right, this should just go. All right, well, apparently I only have one bolt for the bottom part there. I should take 2 bolts. So I don't know where the other one is, but that should be good enough for now. Okay, now I just got to figure out what to hook up where. This is the battery over here, I'm pretty sure. So that probably goes there. Obviously that plugs in here. And this guy, I think it comes over to this terminal. Is that all I need to worry about?
should go there. Okay, well, I got those all hooked up. I did not hook up this wire. I don't know where that goes to, but I think that's the right way. Let's throw these batteries in and see if we can get this beast started. Okay, it takes two. Alright, this one's connected directly to the frame, so this has got to be the negative here. And we'll hook up the positives together. Positive to negative, right? Yeah. Can we do that? Yep. Positive to negative. It's 24-volt system. Okay. I think that's it. Alright. Alright, it's been at least 6 months since this has started. Let's see if this starts. Starts up just like that. I think it's got a Nissan engine in here. It's that's crazy. I mean, that was just the first turn and it turned over and started. So I really like the engine. I don't know about everything else, the leaks and whatnot, but time will tell. Anyway, I forgot to do one thing. I'm gonna show you. This is the problem area, and there's some bolts that are pretty loose in there. So before I start spinning this thing around, this thing shakes because the bolts are loose. So what I want to do is tighten them down. Tighten them down. The four that I think there's only like four, maybe there's 5 on there that hold this to the frame. So let me do that real quick. Yeah, 1 inch looks like to fit. Oh, that one just spins. Okay, that one's out completely. 4, 5. All right, I got 5. I think the rest of them are out. So 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 bolts are missing. That's great. At least we got the other ones tightened. All right, so the plan is to load her up, take her back home to Middle Tennessee, about 300 miles away, and then we can work on her. I'm gonna camp here overnight and then head back early in the morning. All right, this blade hits. Let me pull it up. Let me pull this up a little bit. All right, let's try this again. I think I've got it on a flatter surface here. Oh man, I might have fried it. Let's smell it. Crap, it's just the starter's not engaging. All right, maybe I need to pound on the starter real quick. All right, so let me show you what's going on. This is like the worst possible thing that could happen. I'm stuck on the road here, and the starter's just not engaging. That's what it sounds like. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. It was working fine just a second ago, and now all of a sudden, I just need to start it one time. That's it. All right, well, I'm giving up tonight. It's definitely a bad starter. At least that's what I feel like. It's just spinning, it's not engaging. So I'm probably gonna have to take that off tomorrow. I'm gonna let it cool down. Maybe try it one more time tonight, one more time tomorrow. If I can't get it started tomorrow, I'm gonna take the starter off and go to plan B. Good morning, it's the next day, and this bucket has dropped a little bit, so that's actually pretty good to see that it's only dropped this much. I think it was up to here last night, but it hasn't hit the ground yet, so that's not too bad, I would say. All right, I got my tools out. You know what? I'm thinking, best case scenario, I take the starter off with ease and go to Napa, get a new starter. I have it in stock, put it on, load it up, and get out of here. Chances of them having this starter in stock, I think, probably slim to none. So I might have to take it home with me, order it, come back another day, get this finished. So we'll see. I'm just concerned about getting the starter off. It's just going to be a tight fit. I might not be able to film much of it. All right, so essentially what I'm going to have to be doing is lying on my stomach like this, reaching down here, and I can't even see the bolts to take this off. So that's going to be the most challenging part, is the underside bolt to that starter, because that, I don't know how I'm going to do that. But I'm going to have to take off this solenoid here. This looks like another solenoid or something, just to get a little, because once I get it off, I have to take it out. I gotta have room to take it out. Yeah, it's the bottom bolt of that starter. It's like, how am I gonna get a socket down there? All right, I've taken off these connectors to these solenoids over here. What I'm thinking, I'd love to take this whole plate out right here and just kind of slide this out of the way. So I've got two bolts right here, 1, 2. I'm trying to be extremely careful with these, because if I drop any nuts or screws, they're basically gone down in the mud or down here, which can be very difficult to find. Okay, that wasn't bad. Let's see about this one. Oh yeah, not too bad. Okay, good. All right, 1 bolt, 2 bolts. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Get that here. All right, that's out of the way. That's good. All right, I think I need to take this whole plate off, maybe just to see the bolts down there. Okay, I gotta do some more digging. All right, I'm getting close here. It was that bolt underneath that was the problem. Now the question is, how do I pull this thing out once I take this other bolt out? Oh, will it come out? All right, I don't know. Yes. All right, got it. Oh, yeah, that bolt right underneath there, that bottom bolt, man, that was difficult. I don't know how I'm gonna get that back in. I might have to not put it back in. All right. Well, I guess we can take this to the store, see if they got one in stock, which I highly doubt, but at least we got it off. All right, let's test this. We're gonna hook the positive to the negative. All right, that'll give us 24 volts. We're gonna put the negative here, and then we're gonna ground this here. Take the positive here. Okay, I believe I believe the positive goes on this one. Then I gotta short those. Yeah, okay. Oh, I got 24 volts coming out of here. I'm grounding this, so this is the negative, and then the positive is going right on this terminal here. And now I need to short this out here to see if this Bindex comes out here. I'm gonna short the two wires over here, simulating the ignition switch. I'm hoping this is bad. I'm hoping it does not come out. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Okay. Did it do anything? Hold on. This is not good. I'm killing my screwdriver. Look at that. Okay, so you heard it spin. I don't think it came out. It just spun. Yeah, that's all it's doing. Is the Bindex is not coming out, so definitely fried. Hey guys, it's several weeks later. I'm back at the property. I'm gonna hook the trailer back up to the hitch here, and then just down the road here, we're gonna have to back up, and we're gonna have to get that starter back on this machine, and then maybe we can pull it out of here. So it's been a long journey to get to this point. Let's hope that we can, well, let's hope that it's going to be successful this time. Wow, we've had a lot of rain last few weeks. Well, here we are. I've got the old starter. I don't know why I brought it with me, but here it is. And I got the new starter. It's not exactly the same, but 24 volt. I think the bolts are going to match up. All right, now I can reach my hand back in this side and on the other side at the same time. This is what worries me. It's just getting that bottom starter bolt on. It's going to be a little tricky, but we can do it. I did lose my my 1/2-inch deep socket while I was here last time. I'd like to find it if I can. It's probably just like laying on the ground somewhere. I'm being a little bit precautious here. I don't want these tools to come apart and to fall into Never Never Land. So I'm taping them together. But I don't want to lose this bolt for sure. So what I'm going to do is, I think I can put a little tape in here to give it a tighter connection. And try this. Hold on. Never done this before. I don't want this to fall out. I got the sticky side down. Let's see. Okay, do that. All right, that's a pretty good fit. I don't think that's gonna come off. And then I can pull that out, hopefully. Let me try. Yeah, that'll come out. All right, so a little bit of rubber tape. Get in there. Yeah, that's good. All right, so that's my system. And I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to film, but this is how I plan on doing it. That might work for the bottom one. Nope, still not enough. All right, I got too many linkages on here for sure. I'm on top of the machine here, and I got to get down on my belly and reach way down there. So it's not that quite that comfortable. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and feed this starter in on this side. Like that. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Here we go. All right. Now if I could get one bolt started, that would be ideal. Yeah. Just trying to get some threads started on here. I think I got it in far enough where I can let it relax a little bit. I don't think that's coming out. I do need to get this support plate in here. And I should be able to, I think I'll be able to get it around here. Oh, I hope so. Alright guys, after laboring for an hour, I was able to get that bottom bolt in. However, this plate here, it's not sitting correctly. You can see the old marking, how this should be sitting there in order to mount up the rest of this the solenoid here. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Hopefully I can mount this to something solid. This piece is in the way right here. This is why I can't get this on here. I could cut that off, but then that would weaken the starter. It's obviously not the same starter, and I don't know if this is an aftermarket piece or not. As you can see, here's the old one. It doesn't have any of that side bracing on there, so that brace could go right on there. All right, I've got the throttle cable on there. That's the lower cable, I believe. And this other one here on top is the fuel shutoff solenoid. And you can see here, it's just loosey-goosey. It's not attached to anything. So I might have to shut the engine off manually. I think all I do is push this one way or the other, like this. Or hopefully it will start shut like that. I don't know which way. Hopefully I can get it started. I might have to pin it back if that's the way it's supposed to be on, and then just let it go to shut it off. So yeah, because I can't hook this brace up. I didn't bring any tools to help with that. The only other problem I have is, look at this little screw I got to take out for the starter switch. It's like on the other side of the, I mean, why did they turn it that way? I mean, if it were this way, I could just easily take it out and put it in. But I mean, now I got to take that screw out. I didn't think about that. I should have taken it out beforehand. Hopefully I can get a screwdriver on that. All right, that was one of the hardest screws I've ever had to take out and not lose on the way getting it out. So now I'm going to try to see if I can put it back in from the top side. Okay, we'll check that out. I got rubber tape holding that screw on. Get one hand over here, hold this in place, and I don't know if it's going in. Oh, it feels like it's going in. Okay, yeah. And I pull it off. Oh yeah. That will work. Okay, let's get that the last starter wire on there. All right, is that it? I think we're ready to hook up the batteries.
Okay, I got the batteries hooked up. I think I'm ready to try to turn this thing on. And I've also cleared off the trailer, because this time if I get it turned on, I want to load it immediately on the trailer. So that's the plan. And then we'll figure out how to turn it off if it won't turn off. I may have to pull that solenoid manually or push it manually if it doesn't turn on. So we'll figure that out. I got the wheels chalked. All right, here we go. that's pretty scary. It wasn't working well. I had to cut it off manually. I stalled it out. The throttle was not working, so it was just idling. Oh, I'm just glad to get it up here. Praise the Lord that we got it on here. Now we just got to get it back home safely. Got to go about 300 miles. Not looking forward to that. I think I'm going to drive at night very slowly. But let's get this tied down. All right, I got 4 chains on so far. One on the front, one on the back, on each side. This is how it's looking. So now I'm going to throw actually 2 chains over this boom. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that'll be good enough. All right. Alright, so I just pulled it up this little hill right here. You probably can't tell it's a little hill, but I didn't even feel it, man. That truck is a beast. 2003 6.0. It's a monster. So we got all new brakes on all these wheels, so I'm confident the braking system will be fine. I'm just hoping the weight distribution. I mean, the only thing I'm concerned about, if I don't have enough weight up here, I could get a little waggle on the road. You guys in the comments, let me know. Would you push it farther up? I mean, I know this boom was really heavy, so there's a lot of weight back here. Yeah, I almost want to move it slightly up. Even though the whole body is right here, you know. So, yeah, maybe it's all right, you know. I'm just trying to figure out where the center of gravity is. Hopefully it's, you know, right over this front axle here. Just made it home and it is 2 o'clock in the morning. That's the way to do it. Driving at night, little traffic. I will unload in the morning. It's the next morning and we have officially gotten this beast up on the property here where I can work on it. So the only thing that happened during the ride is that this boom continually settled. You can see it settled right on this beam here. I probably should have put a big block right there on the wood to keep it off. I didn't know it would settle that much. So this is a little bit loose here. This still tight. Everything else is still tight, but after about 300 miles, I jiggled down, fell down some more. But we're up. You know, it wasn't too bad on Monte Eagle. Truck pulled it pretty well the whole time. All right, here I am on top of the machine. Let me show you what I'm doing here. I just took that top bolt out of the starter because I need to turn this around and get this on there, but I need to grind off this support just a little bit so I can slide this piece of metal, looks like about 3/16 maybe, right next to there, and turn it around so I can support not only the throttle but also the shutoff solenoid. So that's that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take a little bit of metal off here. I know it's gonna weaken that attachment a little bit, but that's what I gotta do.
There, it doesn't have to go far. Maybe a ½ inch, you know. I'm gonna just put the grinder right in here, see if I can just take a little metal off. Let's see. All right, it fits in there. Is it deep enough? Oh yeah, look at that. Let's go ahead and put the bolt in there while we. Yeah, I'll do it. It's gonna hit something else. Okay, it's hitting another piece. I think we just need to cut this off. I don't think we need this mount here for the throttle. And so I'm gonna cut this part off. That might be all right. Let's try it. Let's try that, see if that works. There's the throttle. All right, I got the throttle cable in there. Let's see. Need to tighten it down a little bit. All right, now let's get the shutoff solenoid in here. Okay, goes there. It doesn't fit as straight as I want it. You see, I think this whole thing should be tilted slightly more this way. You can see, I'd prefer if it were straight up like that. You know, a little bit turned right there. I could probably add a plate on here to push it out. Okay, we're all back together. We got the starter hooked up. We got these other things hooked up here. And this, the only thing that gives me concern is this is a little bit crooked here. It's the cutoff, right? Fuel cutoff. Solenoid here. Because I feel like this plate needs to be out here just a little bit more. But let's give that a shot to see how that works. So I'm ready to try to start this and see if we can get it off this trailer.
Okay, the fuel shutoff solenoid did not shut off immediately. Maybe that angle there is messed up. Yeah, so what's happening is the fuel shutoff solenoid is not pushing it all the way as it should, so I have to give it more throttle because it's trying to cut it off. And then it doesn't cut it off, so I definitely need to straighten out the solenoid. Probably need to push it out. Probably need to push it out a good ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch. So let's see if I can find some metal or something, or some washers, maybe stack that plate out a little bit. I'll show you what I'm doing, what I'm thinking.
Okay, this is what I'm doing. I've got a combination of washers and nuts to provide a spacer in here. And I pushed it out probably about 3/4 of an inch, I think. So what I'm gonna do here is put this second one on. Try not to drop any of these. Okay, well there we go. I have about a gap in there I can put my finger in, and now you can see this is lined up right here. This was the problem. It's just not able to shut off fully. So it should turn on this and then shut off. So hopefully that will fix that problem.
All right, let's give this another try. It's currently off. When I turn it to on like this, it should disengage the solenoid shut off, or engage it, however you look at it, and then start, and then off. So let's try that here. Okay. All right, turn it on. I see nothing. Off. Okay, there we go. Turned it off and it pulled it back. So turn it on. Okay, off. Okay, it looks like it's working better. On, off. Okay, on. Let's start it this time. Do that one more time. Sounds good. My only concern is it leaving the starter turned on when I turn it on?
Hopefully it's not, you know. I'm trying to listen to see if I hear the starter turn off. Let's try it again. Is it in there? Dude, I think that starter is like running the whole time. Do you hear that? Shut down? That cannot be good. Starter's been running. That was running for a minute or two. Something's not turning the starter off unless that should. It's not turning the starter on now. I don't know what's going on. What was that? Starter's gonna burn up, and if that's the issue, let me see if I can feel it in there. See if it's hot. Ow! Yes, it's extremely hot. All right, so what is going on? That starter was running the whole time. I mean, when the key's here, it's not on. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I got a bad starter. And I'm gonna take off this right here. I should be able to manually start it with, like, touching it like that. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the key and touch this at the same time, and then I'm going to release this to see if I can hear the starter stop. Here we go. It's on, and okay. That sounds much better. Much better. You know what? Maybe that's what burned up the old starter, because I don't think it, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure it did not run all the time like this one. So maybe it's just a faulty, something's faulty. I do not know. It could have been, yeah, maybe somebody wired this up wrong, but why didn't it fail? Maybe that's what killed the starter. Maybe. But why didn't I notice it? It didn't sound like it was running all the time. I think I would have heard it. I definitely would have heard it. So check this out. I'm reviewing old footage, and this happens right after I replace the alternator. The starter is still running, and this is the old starter. Here it is again from a different angle. Listen closely. Did you hear it cut off right there? Alright, so it's nicely written on the back. This is ignition over here. This is battery. So this must be always hot. This is when I turn the key to ignition. This is start. Okay, that's start. Maybe one of these wires is messed up and needs to be on here. Alright, I'm tired of messing with the electrical issues. I'm not going to worry about that right now. For now, I want to unload this. I've got the wheels chocked, taking off all the chains. So I was just going to do that temporary start thing, if I can, to get it started, and then let's get it off here. So I'm still getting used to the controls, and yeah, taking it off like that, I put the bucket down so I wouldn't like tip over. So I still got a lot of work to do. Obviously I got some electrical issues I got to work out.
The biggest issue is probably the swing bearing or the swing motor. Yeah, it's just something's not working there. I found a whole box of extra bolts on the machine just now. So I guess people like to take off the bolts and never put them back on. So whoever had this machine before didn't take good care of it, but I think that'll be good for a lot of content that I can put here in the future. So yeah, and there's plenty of hydraulic cylinders that are leaking, as well as I think a drive gear that may be leaking too. Also, this bucket needs a lot of work. There's a crack in it right here. This thumb is attached directly to the bucket, which I don't think it should be. It should be a rod coming through here, and this should not be attached to the bucket, because as it is right now, I can't even swap out this bucket. I have to take the thumb off here, then to get to this pen. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. For now, I want to see if I can move this rock. It's really big, several tons. Would you look at that? That's snake skin. Holy moly, that rock was huge and heavy. I could not even pick it up without stalling the machine. I kind of messed up the yard a little bit. So yeah, this is like 7 feet that way and 10 feet this way. Definitely a big rock. All right, rock is moved. On to the next project. I think I'll just close it up now. If you guys are a subscriber, thank you. If you're not, please consider subscribing. That really helps me out and it helps the channel out, especially if you hit like on this video. That'll help out as well. So I'll definitely have more things coming. I hope I'm not over my head on this machine. It's a gray market machine. Makes me a little bit concerned I'm going to be able to find support or find parts, but we'll see. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Did you think I forgot? All right, did you take a guess? All right, so how much did I pay for this? It's got a lot of problems with it. It's got leaky hydraulic cylinders. I've already replaced a couple things on it. The alternator and the starter. And it's got a serious swing motor issues that I'm hoping it's gonna be an easy fix, but that might be very expensive. But what I paid for this was $20,000. Was that too much? Too little? I don't know. These things don't go for cheap. This one is the right size that I wanted. I wanted something where I could push over trees if I needed to, yet small enough to move around the farm if I need to as well. So maybe I'll rethink about this in the future and sell it and maybe get a 12,000 pound machine. That might be a little bit more realistic for me, but for now I'm gonna hold on to this one, do a little work, and I'll reevaluate it in the future.